Here's something your local nursery will never tell you. Right now, somewhere in Siberia, a farmer is picking cherries. In Alaska, a homesteader just pulled fruit off a tree that sat under 8 months of frozen ground. And in the Canadian prairies, orchards are thriving, planted from seeds brought over from Russia more than 100 years ago. Meanwhile, you've been told your winters are too harsh for fruit trees. You've been lied to. Not intentionally, but the nurseries selling you trees bred for Oregon and California, they're setting you up to fail. The trees that actually belong in your climate, nobody's talking about them, until now. I'm about to walk you through 13 fruit trees that laugh at extreme cold. Trees that survive Zone 2 and Zone 3 winters, some down to -50 degrees Fahrenheit. These aren't exotic experiments. They've been feeding people through brutal winters for centuries. Stay with me because number 1 was literally bred in a university lab specifically for the coldest inhabited places on Earth. Let's get into it. This shrub is native to eastern North America. It evolved for your conditions. It grows 6 to 8 feet tall, tolerates wet or dry soil, full sun or partial shade, and a single plant produces fruit without needing a pollination partner. The fresh berries are astringent, not great for snacking straight off the bush. But in jams, wines, and juices, outstanding. Poland leads world production, which tells you everything about how well it handles brutal winters. If you want superfruit nutrition from a plant that genuinely doesn't care how cold it gets, Aronia is your starting point. Number 13. Aronia, the superfruit nobody recognizes. Walk past Aronia at a farmer's market, and most people have no idea what they're looking at. That's a mistake. Lab testing shows Aronia has the highest antioxidant levels of any fruit ever tested. Higher than blueberries, higher than acai, and it survives Zone 3 winters down to -40 degrees Fahrenheit without breaking a sweat. Number 12. Nanking cherry, real cherries where they shouldn't exist. Most cold climate gardeners have a sad story about a cherry tree that didn't make it through winter. Nanking cherry survived winters that would kill those trees 3 times over. Native to Manchuria and northern China, one of the harshest winter regions on the continent, this tree is hardy to Zone 2, down to -50 degrees. It grows as a large shrub reaching about 12 feet, blooms beautifully in early spring, and in midsummer the branches literally bend under the weight of small, sweet-tart cherries. Plant 2 for cross-pollination. Production starts in 2 to 3 years. The fresh fruit is excellent, and for pies, preserves and cherry wine, exceptional. Cold climate nurseries actually use Nanking cherry as rootstock for grafting other varieties. That tells you how tough this tree really is. Number 11. Russian mulberry, 100 years of prairie proof. When Russian Mennonite communities arrived in the Canadian prairies in the late 1800s, they didn't just bring their faith, they brought their fruit trees, trees they knew could handle what European varieties couldn't. Russian mulberry has been growing on those prairie homesteads for over a century. Some of those original trees are still producing. Hardy to Zone 3, tolerates almost any soil, establishes fast, and starts fruiting within 2 to 3 years. And here's something worth knowing. Fresh mulberries are never in grocery stores because the fruit is too delicate to ship. The only way to eat a truly ripe mulberry is to grow your own. One warning, birds love mulberries. Plant a couple extra or accept that you'll be sharing. Number 10. Sea buckthorn, the Soviet secret. When you can't ship citrus to remote Siberian outposts, you find another source of vitamin C. That's exactly what Soviet agricultural scientists did, and sea buckthorn was their answer. These berries contain 7 times more vitamin C than oranges. The shrub survives Zone 3 cold, grows in salt, sand and soil so poor nothing else touches it, and the root system actually fixes nitrogen from the air, improving bad ground over time. You need male and female plants, 1 male for every 6 to 8 females. The thorns are aggressive, so wear heavy gloves, but the harvest is worth it. Sea buckthorn oil commands premium prices in the skincare industry. The juice sells for top dollar at health food stores. Russian cosmonauts ate sea buckthorn products on space missions. If you've got a terrible corner of your property where nothing grows, sea buckthorn will handle it. Number 9. Evans cherry, the Edmonton discovery. A researcher named Dr. Evans wasn't looking for a breakthrough when he noticed a cherry tree surviving Edmonton winters that killed every other variety around it. but that's exactly what he found. Evan's cherry is a sour cherry, the pie cherry, the canning cherry, and it survives Zone 3 winters down to -40 degrees.
It's self-fertile, so you only need one tree. It grows 12 to 15 feet tall and produces reliably year after year. Here's the thing about sour cherries. That tart flavor actually develops better in cooler climates. Northern-grown sour cherries are superior for baking. Evan's cherry brings that to climates where standard sour cherries freeze to the ground.